Welcome to what would have been my very short recap of Game 5 of the 2023 FIDE World Women's Chess Championship. Except when I woke up to do this recap, the game is still going. I'm watching it live play out here on the Lichess broadcast board. The defending champ is playing with the black pieces and only has 2 minutes left. They're on move 61 at this point. And as you can see from the eval bar and Stockfish's moves there at the upper right, White has a significant advantage at this point. I'm not going to try to commentate this game because I'm not qualified for that, but I did scroll back in the move list to see that they opened with the Italian game, the quiet game in this one, rather than the Ruy Lopez, which is what the challenger tried in the last couple of games. But it looks here like she has a +7 advantage and of course has an extra piece, down a pawn, up a piece, and the defending champ is down to 2 minutes again. Don't know how much longer she's going to try to hold on here. But I scrolled back through the move list, looking with Stockfish while waiting for one of them to move here, and I didn't see a point at which the defending champ made a blunder or a mistake. It looked like a series of inaccuracies that led to the lead by the challenger. But obviously the game review hasn't run yet because the game isn't over, so couldn't look to see what the computer thought was a mistake. I just saw the evaluation creeping up, and by the time there was the move that I could count as a mistake or a blunder, by the way that I measure things, White already had a significant advantage just before that. So neither player played perfectly in this game like they did in the previous 4. I could see that. In fact, the challenger gave up a significant advantage at one point, but still maintained a noticeable advantage, just gave up an even bigger advantage, which would have been counted as a mistake or a miss probably by chess.com. But it looks like that wasn't a bad move. The Stockfish still ranks that as +5 here. Yeah, Stockfish is recommending to check with the rook on e7 to trade off the rooks at this point, which would, of course, leave White with the bishop, which I think most of us could probably win with White. And, oh yeah, it says if you do that, it's +53 now, +54. Okay, well, it looks like the challenger is going to pull this out. She is ahead on time. She's ahead on pieces and material. Yep, she's played it. Okay, yeah, you have to trade the rooks at this point, leaving White with an extra bishop, up 2 points of material because of down 1 pawn. And it looks like White will be able to stop black's pawns and hold on for that. Oh yeah, she made that move quick. Now it's still around +60. Are we going to see a resignation, or is she going to play it out? That's what I'm curious about at this point. Because I think already we're at the longest move list of any of these 5 games. I don't have a list in front of me. I'm just going off of memory, but I think the longest previous game was 61 or 62 moves, something like that. And that was game 3 or 4. So I don't know if the defending champ is going to force her to play this out. She keeps taking her clock down to under a minute in a couple of cases. And in this case, looks like she might do it again and then make a move. I don't know. Or maybe she will resign here at some point, having seen that the challenger definitely has what it takes. We're about to find out. It looks like there are several moves that are winning for White in this situation, including putting the bishop back in between those pawns, moving the king over toward the pawns, or even just putting the bishop on the back row. Did we get a resignation? I just saw the game review appear down at the bottom, but I don't see... Oh, it says White is victorious. Okay, so I assumed that Black resigned at this point after making that king move. Okay. According to the game review down here at the bottom, it says that the challenger only had 1 inaccuracy and played with 96%, whereas the defending champ made 1 mistake and 1 blunder. Oh, but the game review isn't quite finished running. It looks like there's still a gap here early in the game, and I can't pull that chart up there high enough for you to see it. I'm just going to go back. Oh, the mistake was very late, as was the blunder. Okay, this is what I was talking about right here. This was counted as a blunder, but before that, White already had a +3 advantage before the first blunder or mistake, at least according to this game review here. But that's what I was noticing as I was going through the move list. White's advantage just kept creeping up. Way back here on move 24, she had an advantage as big as +2, and it came back down into the +1s. But then in the 30s, it's +1.5, and as the players just kept moving, it stayed in the +1s for a while, and then right there after rook b8, it went up to +2, back down, back up. Okay, and it looks like g6 here was a problem. It was the 3rd best move according to Stockfish, but that took us above +3. And then that queen move was counted as a blunder, but again, it was +3 before that queen move. So I can't explain this game other than to say that good job for the challenger playing with only 1 inaccuracy in the entire game, which looks like it was move 48. And even after the inaccuracy, she was still up +3.5. So amazing stuff. We have a decisive game on Game 5 of the 2003 Women's World Chess Championship. Thank you for spending your time here, and we'll see you next time.